Good afternoon, everyone. This is an update on the tropics for August 29th, 2022. As always, we still have the 4 disturbances in the Atlantic we need to monitor closely. We have Invest 91L, we have Invest 92L, as well as those 2 disturbances, which one is in the Caribbean currently, and we have one that is currently on the land of Africa that is soon going to be headed into the warm waters of the main development region. So as you can see, we're going to be highlighting these areas. Here's the currently area to watch for possibly some tropical development here over the next several days. We have also an area to watch, which is Invest 91L. And this is currently still east of the Lesser Antilles. This will be headed towards this direction here, north of the Caribbean, and this is expected to make a northern turn, but it could also go a little more westward and possibly bring impacts to the Bahamas. We also have a small little disturbance out here, which is Invest 92L. It is not expected to develop, but only has around a 10% chance of development here. It's a little spinny low pressure system pretty much in the middle of the Atlantic, and as you can see, we have a quite a massive tropical wave here coming off of Africa, and this is expected to move west-northwestward with a small chance of development. I think it does have a 30% chance of development within the next 5 days. Here's the 5-day graphical tropical weather outlook, and as you can see, we do have those 4 disturbances I was just talking about. We have the one in the Caribbean that now has a 20% chance of development in the next 5 days. It's been having this 20% chance pretty much throughout its whole recognition lifetime, and as you can see, it is pretty much kind of a blob now. It was a little bit of a swath, kind of like that red and yellows disturbances, but now it's kind of a blob, an area to watch. And as you can see, the other ones, the other 3 ones that we do have in the main development region in the middle of the Atlantic, these do have X's, and that means we have located a center of circulation within these. As you can see, there's that red one. That red one is Invest 92L. That does have an 80% chance now of cyclone formation in 5 days. That is quite a high chance for development, as it is expected to become a tropical storm or possibly even a hurricane according to intensity guidance, and is expected to make a northern turn. But we will have to see once it does become a potential tropical cyclone. We will get a cone to see where it is expected to go according to the National Hurricane Center. That one little blob here in the middle of the Atlantic that only has a 10% chance of a development within the next 5 days. And we have that tropical wave coming off of Africa, which again, that does have a 30% chance of a cyclone formation in 5 days. So the main thing to watch right now is the red swath. That is the area of development that is likely within the next 5 days. Here is the latest GFS run from this morning, and we are looking at this tropical wave right here that is in the main development region, just a little bit eastward of the Lesser Antilles. This is going to be headed northwestward, just north of the Caribbean, and we have seen multiple runs now that have been agreeing that this is going to be heading northward as it tracks north of the Caribbean and pretty much bring no impacts at all to the United States. But Bermuda may need to watch this as we move forward with time. So let's move forward here, and we see this actually gradually develop a deeper circulation over time. We get to around September 2nd, and this is when it really pops off into possibly a tropical storm, and this is going to be around 12 a.m. of September 3rd. This could possibly become a hurricane by September 4th, and this is not far out at all. This is going to be Sunday, and we could possibly see even a major hurricane. That is one of those potentials with this, but again, it's not going to bring many impacts at all. But Bermuda, again, could possibly see a bullseye from this as this does track to the northeast. So look at that. It goes right over Bermuda as a 960 millibar hurricane. That is a very strong hurricane, possibly even upwards of Category 3 hurricane, which is quite a major hurricane. It could bring some major impacts to Bermuda there that we will have to watch closely, and we're not seeing much development at all all with those other tropical waves in early September, mainly just that one. And it does quite the unrealistic move around hour 258, and it actually strengthens as it reaches cooler waters, which it will not do that. We will not see a 940 millibar hurricane north of Nova Scotia. That is just pretty much not possible as of right now, and that would probably be some sort of record with that stronger hurricane reaching that far north. So as you can see, as we head throughout the rest of September, throughout around middle September, pretty much not much. But then again, this is going to be over 300 hours out from now. So this possible hurricane, can actually last quite a while throughout early September, according to the GFS model. As we switch over to the European model, it actually shows quite a similar situation here. Pretty much the same path as the GFS model, and does make a little more of a northeastern turn a lot quicker than the GFS, but pretty much has the same track as the GFS here, and it strengthens really fast here, even possibly makes it to category 4 hurricane here by September 7th, and that'll be when it's heading into Bermuda. So again, possibly even a worse situation here according to the European model that we will have to monitor very closely. This could be a very unfortunate situation for Bermuda, even though that the Caribbean or United States is not going to be impacted by this as of now. Bermuda is not very big, so storm surge could be a very big problem for them, as storm surge could take up quite a bit of Bermuda until that actually releases, until that hurricane actually moves out of the area. So as you can see, it gets on to 949 millibars. That is an extremely strong hurricane if that does actually happen. Again, that agrees with the GFS model, which is quite concerning, and we need to probably take this seriously within the next few days. The HWRF model, which is a common hurricane model that actually zooms in here, this only goes to 126 hours out from now. So this is expected to become possibly a strong tropical storm hurricane, even a major hurricane around September 5th onwards. So as you can see, it only goes to around September 3rd. So once we get closer to around more of early September, rather than September 1st to September 3rd, we will have more details according to the HWRF model, which is one of those models which is actually decently accurate with some of these tropical cyclones. Invest 91L right now zoomed in. As you can see, we have some convection on some sides, and it actually does look like some pretty healthy convection as well. It's just not wrapping around the center right now. So as you can see, we definitely do have some circulation if we play this back, and again, it does cut out a little bit. If we play this back, you see that mid-level circulation, or even very well defined, but not really a high-level circulation as of now. So that's why that convection is not really wrapping around the center just yet. Finally, here is the SST values for the Northern Atlantic, and as you can see, we have some very, very warm waters ahead of this to take advantage of, and this is going to be just continuing to be in warm waters as it heads west-northwestward. It's going to be headed, it's kind of in this area right here, kind of in this area, and it's going to be headed towards this area right here, heading northwest. So as you can see, we have some 30s in there. We have mostly 29s it's going to be headed into. So it's going to take advantage of a lot of those warm waters. As of right now, here's the Invest 92L, and we do have, it is pinned against some wind shear right now. We have some strong 50 knot wind shear over here, 40 knot, that is going to have to go through to get to the west-northwest and possibly even towards, and then turn northeast later in early September. So it's going to have some time to actually move through a lot of this wind shear as it continues its journey across the Atlantic. And there's that center again, and all of this is unfavorable wind shear, unfavorable conditions for tropical development, which is going to be interesting to see what it does. And like we saw in the GFS model, it stays like this for a while, and then once it exits a lot of this wind shear and possible dry air, it really gets going and possibly even turns into a major hurricane. So right now it's looking very realistic according to the Euro and the GFS model. So Bermuda, keep a close eye on this. This could be possibly one of those situations where you need to prepare now in early September. You should already be prepared, but if you're not prepared, you need to get prepared now. Especially if you don't have any hurricanes, you will be prepared. So if one does come your way, you will, take action immediately. If you did enjoy the update on the tropics for August 29th, Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications. You won't miss a single update or live stream on daily uploads, and you will get notifications every single time I post a tropical update or extreme weather update. Share this video with any friends or family that may want the latest tropical updates. And again, it is going to be getting quite active out there for early September. We're going to have to continue to monitor the tropics extremely closely. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.